Okay, now let's bring someone to the stage who started her career in a way we should all admire as a journalist. Her first union membership was the Newspaper Guild. Fast forward to 2022, where she was elected to the California State Senate representing the 28th District. Here is Senator Lola Smallwood-Cuevas.
Much, Jessica. Hello, everyone. How is 2050? How are all the grantees in the house today? Well, I really appreciated that panel discussion. So inspiring to hear the word joy. It's become part of a political framework, but we know it's really rooted in places like this room. Organizations who are understanding condition, who are listening, who are figuring out solutions, and who are creating joy in people's lives and creating joy in our community. And I'm always glad to be here. Jessica talked about my work as a journalist, and we all know what happened to the newspaper industry, and therefore we all have to transition into other opportunities when industries go by the wayside. But what I appreciate about journalism was the way in which we engage in community and understood people's stories and how the storytelling can be transformative. And I think it was that sat with me that actually led me into the world of nonprofit work. I left journalism, became a researcher for the Service Employees Union, the Justice for Janitors movement, later the security organizing movement, actually organizing workers in these high-rise buildings right out here, and learning about community, and learning about story, and learning about the ways in which we needed to expand the worker story to include community story, and had the opportunity to meet with some amazing leaders in our community, leading nonprofit organizations, and that transformed my trajectory from labor organizing into building Los Angeles' first Black Worker Center in California, a nonprofit organization focused on creating quality career opportunities for vulnerable workers with chronic unemployment, which led to building a national network of Black worker centers. And so I come here today, really, it's always my joy to spend time with my colleagues in the nonprofit space, because as I sit at the California State Senate, newly elected member, it really is an evolution of nonprofit movement. This is an evolution of community power that has put me in this position where I represent what I call the mighty 28th District, which is Mar Vista to the west, all of Culver City, down into the richness of South Central Los Angeles, downtown LA and Vernon. I am the first Black woman to chair the Senate's Labor Committee, and unfortunate, but about to change, am the only Black woman in the California State Senate. So, and I appreciate the applause in this room, because you all know what it means to have champion, what it means to have alignment, what it means, and I really appreciated Michael's framework about service, servant leadership, what it means in terms of collective action, what it means to build relationships. And I say that this award ceremony, and I remember applying for this, by the way, when I was executive director of the Los Angeles Black Worker Center, but it just is a testament to the phenomenal work that you're doing every day in communities, but also the phenomenal work to actually build the resources to do the work. And we know that in itself is an incredible job, and I want to thank the Goldhurst Foundation for having this vision for what LA can be. I mean, I look at this room and we know how powerful Los Angeles is, and a vision for what it will be in 2050. We all believe in your vision, and we want it to be the dominant narrative and vision for California, and that's what my role is in the California State Senate. I also want to shout out some of the organizations who represent and do the work in the 28th, folks like ARC, the Anti-Recidivism Coalition, my partners in Good Trouble in the Sacramento region every single day, where we're fighting for ground for our formerly incarcerated returning citizens to have an opportunity for career and self-sufficiency and contribution to our communities. I want to lift up the Inner City Law Center. A lot of my work, clap it up, we can shout them out. Because we know the lack of resources and the incredible need for representation for so many in our community, and there are so many more. Destination Crenshaw, my good partners right in the Crenshaw corridor, which is the heart and soul of my district, and making sure that culture and history and the story of South Central Los Angeles continues to be told in the midst of great gentrification and displacement. So I want to say that I am incredibly proud of not just those organizations that do the work in my district, but for all of you, because we are in this together. These boundaries don't really have any real impact in terms of the ways in which poverty, discrimination and exclusion, lack of opportunity creates a burden for all of California, and particularly all of Los Angeles. And so this work is incredibly important. And I know someone talked about the relationship between business, and I want to recognize all of the organizations that are supporting this work, like the SNAP Foundation, the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation, Conrad Hilton Foundation, RNS Kane Foundation, Annenberg, Fox Foundation, Ilbas Family, all of the folks who are contributing, because good corporate citizenship helps to build a stronger and bigger us. It helps our families be able to thrive and accomplish the things that we all want to accomplish, which is just having nice things and being able to care for the people that we love. And this can only happen through partnership. I also want to say, let's not forget the role of government in this. Let's not forget the role of government and partnership. We fought, I am on labor committee, as I mentioned. I'm also on the budget committee, and we fought to ensure that we could bring the $1 billion back to LA County to house and provide continuum care for our homeless and unhoused communities. We fought to make sure that we could maintain our budget for the education system here in our city, LAUSD being the largest system in our state, where over 80% of our children are at or below the poverty line. We fight to make sure that there are grants and technical assistance for nonprofits to be partners in the work, because we know the work that we have to do, particularly as it relates to our vulnerable communities, because of failed policies like mass incarceration, because of failed policies like profits over people and the gaps in working family wages. We know that the gulf is wide and deep for our families to be able to make it to a middle class. And we together, I believe, nonprofit community with government, we are the solution to building that bridge. I want you to see me as a partner. I want you to see my staff, Yvonne Robertson, who is my interim director in the district, Jamal Ahmed, who is my chief of staff. I call their names out, so when you need to reach me, you know who to contact, because we are all in this together to have a true vision for Los Angeles, to reach the 2050 that all of our members and constituents deserve. And I want us to celebrate these amazing organizations, give you all yourselves a round of applause for the work that you do day in, day out, 24/7, with and sometimes without self-care. I just want to say thank you. I'm deeply, deeply grateful, and I look forward to more of the work together to come.